welcome you to another episode, guys. So I want to welcome each one of you guys to another trading episode. So this is Kokian Austin from KJO FX Academy. Okay, guys. So I'm glad to be here on this platform, and I'm glad to share with you this knowledge. So for a lot of you guys, you keep on wondering why do you keep on losing money. So this video is for you. So this video we have specified done for beginners. So liquidity concepts beginners 2026 class with Kokian Austin from KJO FX Academy live on BTC. So we are going to analyze BTC. Then how is it going to be? So we are going to see it. How is it going to be? So you get don't you have to like, so you have to follow, then you have to subscribe. Then don't forget to also subscribe to our YouTube channel, our new YouTube channel. It is still new. Don't forget to subscribe to it. So we are going to be uploading all the YouTube videos for those who want to improve in their trading. Then so if you're new, if you're in trading, and if you're still struggling in trading, don't forget to hit the smart button, guys. So I'm going to take you through step by step. A lot of guys have been wondering, how do we trade this? Okay, yesterday in my mentorship class I showed you guys liquidity. So we discussed about many things yesterday in the mentorship class. So we had to analyze all these things, guys. So you had to explain to me, and guys, some of you I gave you an interview and I gave you some exercise and assignment, and I think most of you guys you did well and you are performing well. So today we are vetting our means to also in the evening time we are going to draw some of the tests and exams you guys you are going to do. So fucking try. So let's continue. So today's episode is about liquidity concept. So this class is mainly for beginners. Maybe you're a beginner, but if you're an advanced trader, maybe if you've been trading for 1 year, if you've been trading for 2 years, also this video is for you. So don't forget to like and share. So you are here to share now, so don't forget to like and share also. So liquidity concepts beginners guide step by step. So we are going to look at liquidity posts. So we are going to look at liquidity sweeps. We are going to look at liquidity gaps. We are going to look at so many things. So this is the first episode. We are going to have 2 classes today. So the first class we are going to look at 4 major things. We are going to look at the buy side liquidity. We are going to look at the sell side liquidity. We are going to look at liquidity pop. We are going to look at the liquidity graph. So those are the 4 things we in our first class. So yesterday we talked about them. So today I'm going to break it down step by step. So yesterday I had an evening lecture with you guys. So some of those who paid for my mentorship, you saw it. So I had to explain to you step by step. So guys are improving in the behind the screens. People are there putting a lot of knowledge in trading. So behind the screens, before things come on the screen, people are already investing in knowledge. So one of my students are there improving, and one of them did score 90%. So I saw the students and give them the exercise. One of them scored 90%, another one scoring 80%. So those students, I believe they are fit now to be given my trading certificates. So at the end of the week, at the end of the month, I'm going to assess them and I'm going to give them the trading certificates. So fighting fast. So let's continue and we see how is it this thing done. So let's continue. So don't forget to like and share this video. So this is liquidity concepts beginners guide class with Kokian Austin from KJO FX Academy. So this is the academy I'm from. So live on BTC. So let's have it now. So first and foremost, today we are going to look at liquidity concept. So what's liquidity? So we are going to look at liquidity graph. So many of you guys, you could ask what is liquidity. Tap down the answer below. So here we are seeing that we are going to look at liquidity. We are going to look at buy side liquidity. So we are also going to look about the sell side liquidity, guys. Sell side liquidity, guys. So we are going to see, so buy side liquidity is an example of, is another opposite of sell side liquidity. So sell side liquidity. Okay, guys. So maybe you are still struggling in trading. You need mentorship. You need mentorship, guys. So you need to seek for the right mentor, and you need to seek for the right education, guys. So our education are at affordable rates. So the education, it's cheap at $30 for mentorship, then education for $50 for mentorship. So we are striving hard to revise our means, then we are striving hard to meet the international standards by giving our students international exams from trading and the financial boards in international universities. So that's what we are working hand in hand with other international bodies. That's that the exams we give you and the tests we give you at the end of the week and the end of every month are based to test your trading psychology. So you have to test your trading psychology. So psychology, I said about it yesterday. Psychology is about you are reading how humans behave in the market, human minds and behavior. So but today we are looking on liquidity concepts. So I'll do also another video on this channel. So we shall look at liquidity graph. Also we shall look at liquidity sweep. So this is liquidity sweep. So last we shall see liquidity sweep and how does it work. So guys, you don't have now. So we are going to look at all can see them. So this is buy side liquidity. So how is it for me? So we shall see them. So this is this is buy side liquidity again. So buy side liquidity. Then we shall see this also sell side liquidity. Then we shall see about liquidity grab. Okay. Then we shall see about liquidity sweep. Okay. Okay, so you are watching live from KJFX Academy, guys. So don't forget to follow us everywhere, and don't forget to follow our page, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel in the name Scoop and Osten. So this is what we are going to look at. So this is what we are going to look at. So we are going to look at by celebrating. We are going to look at sessions with it. So how are these things? How are they united? So guys, you don't have to struggle. So you don't have to stress yourself, guys. So you only have to you only have you only need the right resources around you. So you only need the right people around you, guys. So let's dive deep with Cookie and Austin, guys. So let's say have a look on this. We are seeing this. So this is so first thing first. Let's dive into this now. We are going to see buy side liquidity. How is it to carry? So we are seeing first thing first. So we are looking on buy side liquidity. Buy side. We are looking on buy side liquidity, or someone can say call it a buy side liquidity, guys. This is buy side liquidity. This is buy side liquidity. Yesterday I was having a private meeting with my students. Okay, private meeting, and they are improving, guys. So I'm yet to release my students here, and very soon I'm going to invite all my students I've been teaching to come online here to start explaining to you guys what things have they been studying in the mentorship. So guys, let's have a look on the buy side liquidity. So how does the buy side liquidity form? Okay, we are going to have a look on the buy side liquidity. We are going to have a look on the buy side liquidity. Then we shall also have a look on the sell side liquidity, guys. So this is it. So we shall also have a look on the sell side liquidity. So how does the buy side liquidity form? All right, buy side liquidity. All right, buy side liquidity. All right, now we shall see that. Now we shall see at this point the market is dropping down. The market is dropping down. That at this point where the market began, at this point where the market began. Okay, so at this point here, where is the market beginning to drop and where it is ending? So at this point up here. So at this point. So at this point, where is the market beginning to rise? You are seeing it. So above here, we are seeing our buy side liquidity. Above here, around this point, we are seeing what we call buy side liquidity. Okay, guys. So this is it. What's buy side liquidity? So that's the first things first. Okay. So buy side liquidity is where most of the buy orders are placed. So where are you buy orders placed in the market? So you have to keep on asking yourself. So you have to keep on asking yourself, where are the buy orders placed in the market, and where are the sell orders placed in the market? So that's where we hunt for liquidity from. So the work of an institutional trader is to hunt for every liquidity in the market. So we have seen buy side liquidity, and this example also we shall see sell side liquidity, guys. You can see it, guys. All right. So you can see it very clear. So you can see this is sell side. So at this point we are looking at a sell side liquidity, guys. So this is sell side liquidity, guys. Sell side liquidity. Okay. So where are the stop losses placed? Sell side liquidity. Where are the stop losses placed? So sell side liquidity is where most of the sell orders are placed. So here we shall have many sell stops are being placed around here. Then above here we are going to see that many buy stops are being placed above there. So this is, I think, so we are seeing the different types of liquidity, buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity. We are seeing it here. So how will we take that? So maybe we shall see the kind of market. Maybe it's moving at some point, then it is rising, it's rising. Maybe it breaks off. Then after breakout, maybe we shall see maybe a takeoff in the market. Then we shall have to go for long. So buy side liquidity is where institutional traders are ready to go for long positions in the market, guys. So we shall be targeting at the next swing. So we shall be seeing how there's it to carry. So we shall also see around. So this is an example of a buy side liquidity occurring in the market. So you could see So so we are also seeing a sell side liquidity occurring in the market. Maybe at some point prices are dropping down. This is dropping down, dropping down, dropping point, dropping point. Then we have a break. Then we have a retest. Then this is a breakdown. Then we have a retest, guys. You could see it clear down here. What's the point here? So we could go short. We could go short. What do we mean by short? So where is stop losses is somewhere inside there. So you don't have to put your stop losses outside the buy side. So you could see all this. How are they occurring, guys? So you are losing money in trading because you lack knowledge in trading. Trust me, you are losing money in trading because you lack the right mentorship. So a lot of people come to me. A lot of people say that, oh yeah, Austin, what's the problem? Then how do you make all this shit? How do you make all these things work? So I tell my guys that there's nothing like a secret. So the secret in this is about the 60% and it's about the hard work. It's about the hard work and the dedication. Okay? So you only have to do the thing, then you only have to put in the much efforts, guys. So you don't have to give up, guys. Yeah, you don't have to give up, guys. Okay. Alright, guys. So you could see some other guys in the mentorship class here. You could see them here. We are seeing some mentorship here, guys. You could see them. So this is mentorship. So somewhere here, my students here are in mentorship class. Alright, guys. So these guys, they paid for smart money concepts beginners mentorship, guys. You can see them here. So mentoring some students. After 1 month, I'm going to invite all these students to come on the live here, and they will have to they will have to explain what they have been learning in the market. Okay, so I'm expecting them to explain what have they been learning in the market. So first things first. So I don't emphasize showing of profits. I only emphasize sharing knowledge in the market. So we as the founders of KJFS, so we don't emphasize splashing money. So we only emphasize knowledge. So we are trying to share real knowledge in the market. Okay, so don't forget to, if you want real knowledge. So first thing first, I told you guys, if you want to survive in the market for long, you only need the right knowledge and you have only the right skills. So no matter how much capital you have, you are going to lose all that money because you lack the first two things. Okay, let's continue. So we have looked on the buy side liquidity, we have looked on the sell side liquidity. So what's the other thing we have to look at? That. So what was our outline, guys? Our outline here is showing that we have to seek liquidity grab. So how does liquidity grab form? Liquidity grab. Liquidity grab occurs when there is a rejection with maybe news is spiking, maybe this is a moving candle. Okay, this is a moving candle. We are seeing that this is a news is coming. Okay, and this is how is it. So we are going to see some bit of liquidity. So we shall see. So we shall submit here. So this is liquidity sweep. Okay, this liquidity grab. Many people have been expecting to sell from here. Maybe the market is coming. The market is coming. Then it breaks. Just look at that point. The market is breaking. After breaking, then you execute more buys. But when the candle is closing, it comes back and closes within inside. Okay? So the candle is closing with inside the range, not outside the range. So that's the point. How is okay? Let me ask you a question. How is the candle closing? You keep on complaining, you're losing money in the market, but you are lacking the right knowledge. Okay, so okay, how is the candle closing? So the candle is closing with rejection wicks. So liquidity has been grabbed. Liquidity has been grabbed. Why? Because the candle has closed with rejection wicks there, and you could see it down there. Okay, you could see it there. So the candle is closing with rejection wicks. Okay, guys. So you could see that there was a liquidity grab in the market. Okay, so you could see. So those of you who are doing it, please, you like and follow. Don't forget to subscribe to John Osten. Okay, guys. So the new trader in town. Okay, guys. So you could see that the candle is closing within the range, but it's leaving rejection wicks. So that rejection wick is going to indicate that was a liquidity grab. And in most cases, this liquidity grab, it must occurs during the news spikes. The market opening, maybe the London open, the New York open, the Asian session. So Asian open, New York open, London open. So the market is going to first spike. So it's going to first move these retail traders. The problem is retail trading is that you keep on thinking that maybe you have to execute a trade. So let's have a setup. Maybe you take the setup like this. You took this setup. You took the setup. You took the setup. You took the setup. You took the setup. Let's have a look on the buy. So you entered from this point up here. Then your stop loss was all. So the candle is closing again down the range. So that means that you've been swept out. So that's an example of liquidity grab. Okay, let's have a look on liquidity sweep. How does liquidity sweep form? It's within the resistance. Now let's have liquidity sweep. Then we are going to see another candle here. We are going to see another candle here forming. But all these candles, we shall see them with some other rejections, guys. Okay. Yes. Now this is a liquidity sweep occurring. So this is a liquidity sweep. This is a liquidity sweep occurring, guys. All right. How does it form and how does it occur? Okay. So a lot of you people, you say that trading is gambling, trading is shit, trading is luck. It's not luck. It's you who lack the real knowledge. So you lack the real knowledge and you lack the real mindset. Okay. So you have to get the right knowledge and skill to survive in trading. So at this point, we are seeing that there was a sweep, up there. Okay. Okay. You are seeing how liquidity sweep has occurred. Okay. You are seeing how did it occur. All right. That's the main thing. How did it occur? So guys, you have to be patient enough. Okay. You have to be patient enough. So these things you have to understand where is the liquidity and how is it occurring. Remember, if you're in the market, you have to expect many things. You will see a sweep, you will see a graph, you see liquidity pulse. Now that's the sweep. I've showed you how liquidity graph. Liquidity graph, it will only take one candle. One candle. Most of the news spikes are full of liquidity graphs, news spikes. So during news trading, the work of the news is to complete market structure, and most of the times is to first sweep, is to first grab all the liquidity in the market before the market moves in the direction institutional traders want. Okay, so as a trader, please, you have to put that in mind. During news, the work of the news is to first grab all the stop losses of retail traders. So retail traders stop losses are within the zone and not outside the zone. So that's why they will have to first collect your stop loss. After collecting your stop loss, so you have set your stop loss within the zone. Then you are complaining then why you have lost money. Okay, you are complaining why you have lost money because maybe your stop loss has been set within the zone. Then why do you complain? So you are missing out something maybe you don't understand. So okay, let's have another example. So guys, what have we covered now? We are seeing that in our class, this is what we have covered. So we have looked on buy side liquidity, we have looked on sell side liquidity, we have looked on liquidity graph, we have looked on liquidity sweep. Now as a beginner trader, you are beginner trader in trading now. These are the most important things you must know before this year ends. Okay, before this year ends, these are the most important things you must know and you must be doing now. The first things first, stop following social media influencers. That's the first thing. You want to improve on your trading journey, you have to look for people with knowledge. Okay guys, so trading is not more about profits, because if you come in trading with your major aim of maybe you want to show profits every time, you as a beginner, you are going to get scammed on the way. Because why? You will not know the hard, you are not going to know the hard side of trading. And many people have come in my inbox asking me how is it that they are losing money. They are losing money because they have promised them fast results. So don't be promised with fast results. You only have to acquire the knowledge, you acquire the education, get quite the education first before complaining. Guys, trading is a business. And last time in my class, I showed you guys that trading I showed you guys, and in our next videos we shall have a look on another things, guys. So let's have a look on this. So let's go in live examples, guys. All right, okay, let's go in live examples. So let's look on live example BTC chart. Okay, so let's look on live example. So how could we identify liquidity, guys? We have to, before I take any trade, let's say you are in the market but you want to take any trade, you begin first identify liquidity. Where is liquidity lying? So we have to look at where is the market sweeping. So we could see that at some point the market stripped out all the early sellers here. So these are the early sellers. Yeah, so these are the early sellers. So we could see, why are they early sellers? So sellers rejected lower prices. So our first introduction and our first lessons in the private mentorship class, you guys, I told you that price action is the key in all the markets. So you can't be a profitable trader without understanding how these candles are moving. So that's the first step as a trader. That's the first step. Then you keep on adding other trading confluences. Maybe you keep on adding other, maybe you add on other fundamental factors, maybe you add on economic factors, then you add on geopolitics. So you could see at that point that there was a liquidity graph. That was a liquidity graph. What is it a graph? So we are seeing some sort of rejection. So many there were many more sell orders around that zone. So when there are more sell orders around that zone, so what's the work of an institution trader? So the work of an institution trader, his work is going to come and grab all the liquidity around in that point. So that is it. So that you could see it very clear at that point. So you could see it at that point. So you could see it there. Okay. So let's have a look. So at this point we are seeing that this is, so at this point we are seeing some liquidity grab. Okay, let's have a dive in it. So we are seeing another point. Where was the liquidity sweep occurring? So let's look for it. Where did it occur? Okay, let's have a look around this point. Let's have a look around this point here. Let's have a look. So most people are confused liquidity grab and liquidity sweep, but you don't have to confuse any of the two. So these things are different. So we are seeing a liquidity before. On the left there was a liquidity sweep, there was a liquidity grab around here, and later on we saw a liquidity sweep. We saw a liquidity sweep. So a liquidity sweep, it most often it occurs when there is going to be a reversal in the market, and we shall see that after a liquidity sweep in the downtrend, we shall see that there will also be a bullish choke. So we shall see there are bullish chokes forming in the market. So for those who want this video, I'm going to drop it on the YouTube channel, then you could see it very clear. So for future references, so I'm going to drop it in the YouTube channel. So this up. So this was a sweep, then this was a grab. So what's the difference? So the difference is that a sweep is occurring before the choke is going to be formed. So when a sweep occurs, we shall see a choke forming, but a grab cannot occur. Even you could not see a choke forming. So that's the difference. Okay, so above here we are seeing some sell side equity around here, sell side equity. We are seeing some buy side equity around here. So above here we are seeing some buy side equity, and above here we are seeing more orders of the buys. So many retail traders always set their stop losses above, within this zone above here. People are setting more orders, pending orders above that zone. So we are seeing more pending orders. So here there are more pending orders around this zone. So what's the work of an institutional trader? So this institutional trader will have to first come and sweep all the liquidity down here. Then we shall see the market breaking with a strong with a strong clean candle, and this clean candle, it will indicate market structure shift. So we could see market structure shift at some point. So guys, okay, we could see market structure shift at some point. Okay guys, so what's the point? So what's the point? So you have to keep on asking yourself, what is the point and why is no one connecting with you guys? So stop losing money. So if you're watching my video, stop losing money. If you're watching my live now, stop losing money in trading. So stop losing money in trading. You only have the right information. So you are seeing up there was some buy side equity, but after buy side, so sellers, most of the sellers were setting more pending orders, like they were setting buy stops and at the same time sell limit orders. So we are saying that in buy side liquidity we shall see uh, buy orders like buy stops and the same time sell limits. Then we shall see in the sell side liquidity we shall see more orders like sell stops and buy limits. So that's how the market is doing. So I told you guys that the market is doing on liquidity sweep. So you could see around here. So we could see here after the sweep again there is some. So we could see. So the market is occurring after what? After the sweep. Alright, okay. So let's have a look. Let's have a look on this guy. Alright. Let's have a look. So let's have the last example with this guys. So don't forget to like, don't forget to follow on my YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So let's take a look on this. Let's take a clear example on this guys. Maybe you are there. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. So let's take a look. All right. So let's take a look. So you want, so let's take a look. First things first. So up here you want to trade liquid. So this is buy side. This is a buy side liquidity up. Down here we are seeing a sell side liquidity down here, but it's a sell side liquidity. But remember, on your left we are seeing the market structure shift to the downward. Okay, and which is forming a bearish choke. Okay, let's first play now. I will enter the market when the sweep has occurred, but I'll not enter the market when the grab has occurred. All right, let's play this price, then we see. Okay, how is the market moving? So you have to ask yourself, how is the market moving? So let's pause a bit. So you are seeing at this point we are seeing a liquidity. So at this point here, at this point we saw a liquidity grab. Here there was a liquidity grab, A to B. So after liquidity grab, this kind of had to fill in the pending orders. So the candle is going to fill in the pending orders around there. So what are your eyes on? So this zone here, price is moving but with a fair gap inside. So what are we waiting for? I told you you're a beginner trader, but you want to understand liquidity concepts, you want to be trading with them. So just watch how I'm going to enter the trade, how I could trade as a beginner. So let's have a watch and you see. So the only thing you have to first mark where is the liquidity line. So you are seeing that prices is ranging around this point. So at this point we are having another liquidity down here. So this is buy side liquidity is up there. We are seeing some liquidity down there. So what's the point now? So I say we shall go for a clear entry when we see liquidity sweep. Any liquidity sweep we shall see. And how does liquidity sweep occur? Liquidity sweep occur, liquidity sweep plus change of character, then we shall enter our market. Guys, let's have a look and let's watch the chart. Okay guys, so don't forget to like and share. Okay, don't forget to follow. All right guys, so you are seeing the market is moving down. So that's what you're seeing. All right guys, so what is the problem now? We want to enter the market with the, so this is only one example is enough for you. So you could see, so up here there's liquidity grab, you can see it here. Up here we are seeing a liquidity sweep. Here we are seeing a liquidity grab around here. So up there we are seeing a liquidity grab. So after a liquidity grab occurring, so I will have to set my my pending orders for the sales. Just then I will target the nearest liquidity down here. Okay, let's see how price played. Let's see how price played, guys. So okay, let's have a feeling of how price was playing. So let's test the setup and see what happened. So you are seeing that so after the equity grab, what happened? After this grab, what happened? So the market is still ranging, but we are seeing some sort of something. So let's have for the setup, let's wait for the setup to play on its own, guys. All right, let's wait for the setup to play. Right, so let's increase on the setup. So you could see that the market is trying to so after the sweep, so at this point then the market is starting to drop down, then you have to set your BEs, then and hold. So we may see the market trying to drop at this point, trying to drop like this, coming back in the fair value gap, because at this point we are seeing a fair value gap around this point, and we could see maybe the market rising in the near future like this. Oh, so that's just possibility, because we are trying to analyze the market in a technical way. Remember, maybe if there are other fundamental factors, maybe the market could not do like that. But in case the market respects our technicals, we shall see that the market will have to come to down this gap. Then why we have entered after the sweep? After the sweep, the market has no business within that zone again. We shall see it. So let's have a confirmation on this setup. So how is it occurring, guys? All right, right, good. So one thing you have to do, you have then you have to follow. So what did the market do? So we are seeing that the market tried to drop, but at some point it has gone back to the liquidity zone again. So it's a failed setup. It's a failed setup. But so our take profit was too wide. Our take profit was too wide. But at some point we could see that this setup could play, and this is a swing setup. So this is a daytime frame, guys. This is a daytime frame, guys. So we could see how did the market end. We could see it here. Let's improve on the view. Let's increase on the screen here. How did it occur? All right. So I'm going to increase the speed, guys. Maybe here I'm going to increase the speed to that. So after the sweep, now the market is trying to come back within the sweep. So what's supposed to be the, and within the sweep we are seeing some liquidity grab. Okay, let's wait for it to play. How did the setup end? Okay, how did it end? So the most important thing is the setup. How did the setup end? Okay, so you enter setup, how is it going to end? That's the most important thing now. Okay, so you don't need to get worried about things you can't solve. Okay, so how is it playing? Then how is the setup playing? So you could see it, price trying to trap all the array sellers up there, and then what are we going to expect? So we could see that at this point price has showed a valid change of market structure at this point. So we could see around here. Let's have a look around here. So at this point we can see price at this point here, price has already showed a very strong change in market structure. You could see it around here, right? Then what's the indication now here? So it's like price is deranging. So that means that let's pause a bit now. All right. So price tapped in the first zone. So remember, guys, that was our first take profit. So our first take profit was around this line here. This is our first take profit. So that is you. So whenever you're trading, you hit your first take profit, you either close partial or you set a BE. So there are two possibilities. So why you are seeing that prices came within the first take profit around here, then they had to reverse. All right, let's go to another example, guys. Let's go to another example. Right, let's keep playing the price. Let's go to another example now. So we are moving with the markets. We are moving. So all right, you trade as a beginner, so you just have to come tap up there, then you see where are the key areas, okay? So a break, so this is a breakout, okay? All right, so the main idea here, it was you how could you enter? So we enter when a liquidity sweep has occurred in the market, and most of the setups, guys, they are more suitable in the they are more suitable in the 4-hour time frame. So the 4-hour time frame, we could see that these setups, they are more suitable for them, guys. So you don't have to worry about of how you are going to trade the thing. So so that's the thing, guys. All right, so that is the thing here. So you could see them, you could see that most of the 1-hour can show it that there's a lot of rejections and there is a lot of long wicks. So whenever you see the market with long wicks, it means that the market is grabbing now. money is not there. They are just grabbing. Eh? Their work is to grab. You see the market is long wicks market, so long wicks market everywhere. What does it indicate in the market? So the market is now grabbing your money. Market is now going to grab your money, grabbing your money. Whether you set your stop loss too high, they are going to come for you. They are going to come for you. So you're setting your stop loss. So that's the thing. So for those of you who have just joined, we are very sorry, but we are just ending our live session. So first things first. So we have to summarize. So we have talked about liquidity concepts, guys. Okay, we have talked about liquidity concepts, and under liquidity concepts we talked about the 8 major subtopics, but under them I have tried to show you where is the buy side liquidity located, where is the sell side liquidity located, and where is the liquidity sweep. How do you